Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Tutelage, a guide to learner. Here, this is Sriparna. I hope all of you are doing good. We all know UGC Net exam is very important exam in our life. So we have already discussed different chapters according to the paper 1 syllabus. But today's session is based on last 5 years question answer discussion session. We will learn different topics as well as different years question answers. Okay, because time is too short. So, learner, we will discuss question answer session in every Saturday. Keep it in mind. Okay. So, let's start the session. So, today we will discuss 2021 question paper. Okay. The first question is, which of the following is a physical or environmental barrier to communication? And we can see here four options as usual. The first option is culture, the second option is personality, the third option is power or authority, and the last option that is time. So we have already told what is communication, learner, because we have already discussed the whole chapters, the on the communications, whole topics on the communication. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check it once. I think all sessions will be very helpful to everyone. So please go and check it once. Okay. So learner, communication. What is communication? So basically, communication is a process. Okay. So communication is a process through which we can express our feelings and our emotions. So communication is the process through which we can express our feelings and emotion. I think this is clear. What do you mean by communication? And barriers. So barriers are those things that acts as hurdles in communication. Okay. So barrier. Uh, so another name of barrier, that is hurdles, and some hurdles are present in the process of communication, so that is called the communication barrier. Okay, so here we can see four options: so culture, personality, power or authority, and time. So culture, power, and or authority and time, all three are not the physical or environmental barrier. So these are basically abstract qualities. Okay. So that's why personality is physical traits or environmental barrier. So that's why the correct answer of the first question, that is personality. Okay. I think the answer is clear to everyone. Okay, and why is the answer, why is the option B is correct, that is also clear. So which of the following is a physical environmental barrier to communication? So that is personality, because culture, power or authority and time are not physical traits, are not environmental barrier to communication. Now move on to the second question. Disaster Management Act came into existence in. So here we can see our first option, that is 1985, and now move on to the second slide, that is 1992, option number B. Option C is 2000 and option D is 2005, and the correct answer is 2005. So option number D is the correct answer. But Disaster Management Act received the assent of the President of India on 23rd December. So which date? 23rd December in 2005. Okay. It has 11 chapters. So Disaster Management Act has 11 chapters and 79 sections. So it came into existence in which year? 1985 or 1992 or 2000 or 2005. So Disaster Management Act or DMA came into existence in 2005, in 23rd December 2005. I think answer is clear. Now going to the Next question. Identify the correct sequence for successful communication. Okay. So here we can see our four options obviously. But at first we have to know what do you mean by a communication. So we have already told communication is a process through which we can express our feelings and emotions, and in detail we have already told in my previous sessions, so please go and check my previous sessions. My previous sessions links are available in my first comment and my description box, so please go and check it once. And if you have any doubt on it, so please do one comment in my comment section. I will reply you positively. Now move on to the answer. Okay. So identify the correct sequence for successful communication. Here, this is the first option, that is sender, encode message, channel, decode message, audience, feedback. Now going to the second option, sender, encode message, decode message, channel, audience, feedback. Now move on to the next slide. So third option is sender, encode message, audience, channel, decode message and feedback. And the fourth option, sender, encode message, channel, decode message, feedback and audience. So at first we here we can see basically six things, that is sender, encode message, channel, decode message, feedback, audience. So basically the correct sequence for successful communication is depends on these six factors. So at first we have to know what do you mean by sender, encode message, channel, decode message, audience and feedback. Okay, and now going to the finding answer, finding the correct answer. Okay, so now move on to the main thing, that is sender. What do you mean by a sender? So we have already told the communication is the process of transmission of messages from one to one. Okay, so there is a fixed pattern, obviously there is a fixed pattern in which we should initiate communication, and these should be in a fixed chronology. So that's why the sequence is very very important for successful communication also. Now going to the main thing, that is sender. Okay, that is sender. So the first option, I think the first option, that is sender, encode message, channel, decode message, audience and feedback. This sequence, sorry, um, that sequence is the correct answer. But why is it the correct answer? So now going to the main thing, what do you mean by sender? Okay, so sender basically who the person, sender is basically the person who starts the conversation process, who wants to transfer his or her feelings or emotions, etc. I think this is clear. What do you mean by a sender? Sender basically starts a conversation. Okay, now move on to the next factor, that is encode message. So encode message means before sending we encode, or we can say the structure that message, that is called encoding the message. So before sending our information to another person, we encoding the message, or we can say the structure of the message in my mind. So that is called encoding message. I think clear what is known by encode message. Now going to the third third factor basically, that is channel. Clear? So channel basically is a medium. Okay, so channel basically a medium through which we send our encoded message. So channel is a medium through which we send our encoded message which we send our emotions, our feelings to another person. So that medium is known as channel. Clear? So we have already told for in the meaning of encoding message. So basically, we can say the structure that that message in my mind. So I think this is clear when it can be explained with the help of the example. If I want to ask permission from my manager for 2 days, so 2 days leave, so first I will structure it in my mind. So that is called encoding the message. I think this is clear. Okay. Now going to the fourth factor, that is decode message. So we have already told what is encoded message. Now going to the decoded thing. So after receiving the message, the person whom we sent that message, that understanding of the message is called decoding. That means after receiving the message, the sender, not the sender. So receiver, after receiving the message, the person whom we sent that message, that is that refers to the receiver, which who understands the correct meaning of my message, of sender's message. So that process is basically called the decoding message. Okay. Now move on to the next factors, that is audience. Audience is basically our that means our target audience. So to when we want to send our message. Okay. So audience is our target audience. Okay. To whom we want to send our message. So we know YouTube is an online platform where we cannot see each other, but we can communicate with each other through the video sessions. Okay. So who are the audience? So audience is my subscriber. Okay. So for subscriber is my, so basically subscribers is my audience, because I want to basically I will create new sessions for them only. So we want to send our sessions, we want to send our message to them, to subscriber. So that's why my subscriber is my audience. I think this is clear. Without audience, without subscriber, without comments of the subscriber, the video session is totally incomplete. Okay. So that's why please do some support and subscribe, and please if you like my videos or sessions, so please hit the like button and share it with your dear ones, and please do comment. Okay. So now going to the last factors, that is feedback. Okay. So feedback is basically the last processor in layman's language. So we can say when we receive a reply is called feedback. That means in on a YouTube platform, comments, your comments is basically our feedback. Okay, so that's why comments are very important, basically, which motivates me to create new video sessions to you learner. So that's why feedback is one of the most important thing, and that's why we can always say keep commenting learner. So now going to the next thing. So the correct answer for this particular question, that is a correct sequence for successful communication, that is for at first sender, then the informations sender is basically can structure the total message, the whole message in mind, and that is called the encode message. Now going to the channel, and the fourth factors, that is decode message, audience, and feedback. and that's why the total circle is complete. That's why the total sequence for successful communication is complete also. Okay, and this is called two-way communication, not one-way communication. Okay, feedback is mandatory for two-way communication. Now going to the fourth question, a network interface card, that means NIC, contains domain address, IP address, MAC address, or port address. What type of address? Uh, what type of address is the correct answer for this particular question? So, a network interface card or NIC basically contains the MAC address. Okay, so MAC, what do you mean? So basically, what is the full form of MAC address? Media access control. Okay, so the full form of MAC, that is media, sorry, access control. So now going to the fifth question. Arrange the following components of municipal solid waste, okay, in order of their increasing abundance. So there are five options: paper and cardboard, food, tin can, dirt and ash, textiles. Now going to the options, four options obviously. So the first option is CEDBA, ECADB, ECDAB, and ECDBA. So which one is the correct answer? So that is the main question is arrange the following components of municipal solid waste in order of their increasing abundance. So all are municipal solid waste. Okay, and we all know the paper, cardboard, food, tin can, dirt, and ash, textiles, all are the waste. Okay, so now going to the arrange these solid waste in order of their increasing abundance. Okay, so now going to the answer. So basically, the answer is ECDPA. That means option number 4. The option number D is the 1 minute. Option number D is the correct answer. Clear? So, according to the increasing abundance, option E, textiles, is the first one. Now, going to the C, that is tin can. Now, move on to the third one, and that is called D. D means dirt and ash. Going to the fourth one, that is B. B means food. So, that is 4. And A, paper and cardboard. So uh, paper, and the example of the municipal solid waste, that is paper and cardboard, is the last option in is a last is the last components basically in order of their increasing abundance. So first one is textiles, second one is tin can, third one is dirt and ash, fourth one is food, and the fifth one, that is paper and cardboard. So ECDBA is the correct answer. Okay, so now going to the next question. So the next question is, a lady is reflecting on the, basically this question is reflected a situation. Okay, a lady is reflecting on the causes of the environmental crisis. Okay, she is considering and attempting to link variables to make sense of the issue. So the scenario is an example of which type of communication is this. The option is reductive communication, the second option is intrapersonal communication. Third option is interpersonal communication. And the fourth option, that is mass communication. So, which type of communication is the correct answer for this particular scenario? Okay, so we all know the every type of communication. the basic meaning of every type of communication. So if you have missed my previous session, so please go and check it once. I think that sessions will be very very helpful to everyone. My previous sessions links are available in my first comment and my description box, so please go and check it once if you have any doubt on it. Okay, so the scenario is an example of the intrapersonal communication. That means option B is the correct answer, because we know intrapersonal communication is a process by which an individual communicates within themselves, acting as both sender and receiver of the messages. In this question, we can see a lady is reflecting on the courses of the environmental crisis. She is considering and attempting to link varied variables to make senses of the issue. So that means this type of communication, the lady basically communicates within uh, herself also, and she is acts as both sender and receiver of the messages. So that's why intrapersonal communication, option number B, is the correct answer. I think this is clear. Now going to the next question. So the next question is, which one of the following example of the pull technology, okay, form of communication. So today we will learn only 15 questions from 2021 paper 1 question, okay, because we know we have 50 questions of the paper 1. So the total 50 questions is divided into my 3 sessions. Which one of the following example of the pull technology form of communication? So at first we have to know what is called the pull technology. Okay. So going to the options, that is, the first option is social media sites. The second option is websites delivered to browser on search. Third option is websites that are advertised, and the fourth option, that is websites that are not alive. Okay. So a style of network communication. So basically the pull technology of communication is related to the network communication. So a style of network communication where the initial request for data originates from the client and then is responded by the server, that process is called the pull technology. That means pull the data from the uh, client and then is responded by the server. So at first, in the beginning of pull technology, the initial request for data originates from the client and then is responded by the server, that is called the pull technology, and reverse is called the push technology. Basically push technology indicates server pushes the data to clients. So pull technology, server pull the data from the clients. So here server, 1 minute. So pull technology means server pulls from clients. Okay, and push means server, sorry, that is called push technology. Push technology indicates server pushes the data to clients. Okay, that is the basic differences between pull technology and the push technology. Okay, So social media sites or websites deliver to browser on search, websites that are advertised and websites that are not alive. So which one is the correct answer? So the correct answer is option number B. So which one of the following example of the pull technology form of communication? So basically the perfect example of the pull technology websites deliver to browser on search. That means initial request for data originates from the client and then is responded by the server. I think this is clear what is pull technology and what is the perfect example of the pull technology form of communication. Okay, so now going to the next question. Which among the following are statistical packages? Okay, so now going to the options. So here we can see five options. Sorry, the five statistical packages. Okay, so the first one SPSS, SAS, ANOVA, STATA, R. Okay, and now going to four options. So at first we have to know what do you mean by a statistical packages? So statistical packages are collections of software designed to aid in statistical analysis and data exploration. So it can provide a unified operating framework and common interface for data manipulation, visualizations, and statistical analysis. So ANOVA is not the statistical analysis. So the correct answer is A, B, D, and E. We all know that ANOVA is basically a statistical calculations, statistical problems, basically analysis of variations. Okay, that is called ANOVA, and so this is not the statistical packages. Okay, so statistical packages are the basically collections of different softwares and which is basically designed to aid in statistical analysis, data exploration, and it can provide a unified operating framework and common interface for data manipulations, visualization, statistical analysis, etc. So SPSS, SAS, STATA, and R all are statistical packages. So A, B, D, E is the correct answer. So A, B, D, E, that means option number D is the correct answer. We have already told ANOVA is not statistical packages. ANOVA, the full form of ANOVA is an analysis of variance. Okay. So that is not the packages. So that's why option number D is the correct answer. Now going to the next question, the number of bits in IPv6, the addresses is uh, that is the most important question also. Uh, so the number of bits in IPv6 address. So the correct answer that is 128 bits. Okay. So the number of bits in IPv6 addresses is 128 bits, and so option number A is the correct answer. Now going to the next question for this session. So, question number 10 is identify the correct sequence to join a Google Meet session. And basically, the Google Meet session after pandemic, the Google Meet session is most popular thing. Okay, for online teaching purpose. So that's why this is very obvious question in UGC Net exam after pandemic. Okay, so this is not this is a casual question. So this is not in the syllabus. Okay, so the now going to the main options, that is not the option, that is the process basically. So the first A, enter the code and click continue. Next, click ask to join. Click use a meeting code, go to meet.google.com. When someone in the meeting gives you access, you will join it. So these are the process, these are the steps basically. So identify the correct sequence to join a Google Meet session. So now move on to the next slide, and when we can see our four options for finding correct answer. So the first option. So So the choose the correct answer from the options given below. So that is A, B, D, C, E. A means enter code and click continue. Then click ask to join. D, go to meet.google.com. C, click use a meeting code. And now going to the last one, that is called E. When someone in the meeting gives you access, you will join it. Okay, so that is the first option. And now going to the another options. So A, B, D, C, E. That means obviously the first option is twice basically. The first option is given twice. Okay, so now going to the second option, D, A, E, B, C. So D is the first option. So D means meet sorry go to meet.google.com. So obviously this is the first step for opening the Google Meet session. So at first we have to go meet.google.com. So that's why D is the first step. Now going to the, so that's why first option is wrong. Now going to the second option, that is A. Okay, in options 2 we can see the next step, that is A. Okay, so A and we have already told D is the first step. Okay, so that's why option number 1 and 4 are incorrect. Okay, so obviously the correct answer is between 2 or 3. So in 2 and 3 we can see D is the first step. Okay, so this is right. Now going to the second step, that is A. In option 2 we can see the second option, that is A, and in 3 we can see second option, that is C. Now going to the options. Now going to the steps basically. Okay, so A and C. So the second in second option, so second step, that is A. Okay, so enter code and click continue. And in third options, the second step, that is option number C. So click user meeting code. So obviously at first we have to go meetgoogle.com and then click user meeting code. Without meeting code, without getting a without getting a meeting code, what number, what code uh, do we enter in this Google Meet, in this session? So enter code and click continue. This is not the correct step. After the first step, go to the, so first step is 1, that is go to meet.google.com. Now going to the second step, that is click use a meeting code. So option number C is the correct step. Okay, so option so we can see option 3. So the second step, that is C. Okay, now going to the third option. So option 2 we can see the third step, that is E, and the option 2, and here A in option 3. Now going to the step. So E means when someone in the meeting gives you access, you will join it. So after getting a meeting code, then we will enter code and click continue. So obviously enter code and click continue. So option A is the correct answer. In both options, that is 2 and 3, the fourth step, that is B is the fourth step. So now going to the options, sorry, going to the step. So B is click ask to join. And now going to the last option. So when someone in meeting gives you access, you will join it. So obviously, without asking to join step, no one will join the meeting. So that's why of after B, the last step, that is when someone in the meeting gives you access, you will join it. So that's why in option number 3 is the correct answer, because the last step is E. And option number 2 is not the correct one, because the last step, that is C. So obviously 1, 2 and 4 is the wrong answer, are the wrong answer. So the correct answer, that is DCABE. That means at first go to Google Meet, that is sorry, that is one. Now going to the second, that is click use a meeting code. Now going to the third one, enter code and click continue, and that is basically based on common sense of our people. Now going to the fourth options, that is click ask to join, and now going to the last step for joining the Google Meet session, that is when someone in the meeting gives you access, you will join it. I think that question is clear to everyone. So now move on to the next question. The average of the first 100 positive integers is. So this question is on the mathematical reasoning and aptitude. So this is the portion so the problems is based on the average type of problems. So the first 100 positive integers, the average of the first 100 positive integers, here we can see our four options. So 49, 50, 50.5 and 51.5. And now going to the solution for this particular question. So now move on to the next slide. And here we can see first 100 positive integers are 1 to 100. Okay. So 100 into 1 plus 100 divided by 2. This is basically the formula. Okay. So for the first 100 positive integers, for the first, for average of first 100 positive integers. Okay. So 100 into 1 plus 100, which is divided by 2. So that means 50 into 101, because 100 plus 1, that is 101. Okay. So the required average, we know the total integers, that is 100. So average is 50 into 101 divided by 100. So that means 50.5 is the correct answer. So that means option number C is the correct answer. Now going to the, this is basically the formula. Okay. So move on to the next question. Which among the following is a MOOC platform? So Coursera, Google Meet, Jitsi Meet and Urkund. So which one is the MOOC platform? So we all know massive open online courses are the full, basically is a full form of MOOC. So it is online digital platforms that helps you to learn online and even get a degree by registering online in these courses with the flexibility of time, place, duration, and of course individual pace. So in 2015, IIT Bombay, IIT Bangalore basically launched MOOCs on Coursera. Okay, so option number A is the Coursera. So obviously, MOOC is an online platform, and Coursera is basically launched on MOOC platform in 2015 by IIT Bombay and IIM Bangalore. Okay, so what is the full form of MOOC is one of the most important MCQ in UGC Net exam. So MOOC means massive open online courses. So MOOC are online digital platforms that help you to learn online and even get a degree by registering online in these courses with flexibility your time, with flexibility your place, duration, and of course individual pace. Now going to the next question. So question number 13. Which one of the following sections of the UGC Net Act is concerned with the promotion and coordination of the university education for the maintenance of the standards of teaching, examination, and research? So, which section of the UGC Act is concerned that thing, the promotion and coordination of the university education for the maintenance of standards of teaching, examination, and research? So option number B, that means section 14, sorry, section 12, sorry, section 12 is the correct answer. This is my bad. Section 12 is the correct section. Section 12 is the correct section of the UGC Act is concerned. Basically, the promotion and coordination of the university education for the maintenance of the standards of teaching, examination, and research. So section 12, option number A is the correct answer. Going to the next question, and here we can see matching type question. So match list 1 with list 2. So basically, sorry, list 1 indicates the devices and the list 2 indicates the example of devices. So at first we have to know what do you mean by a input device, direct data entry, output device, and data backup. So what is input devices? So input device basically so learner, here we can see our 14th number question, and that is matching type question. So match list 1 with list 2. So list 1 indicates devices name and list 2 indicates the example of devices. So the first option, that is input device, the second option, so direct data entry, third one is output device, and the fourth one is data backup. So input device and list 2, the example of the devices. So radio frequency identification readers, that is not the input devices, and DVD is not the example of the input devices. Speakers is not also. Now going to the third option, that is input devices, is joystick, because joystick is the example of the input devices. So joystick basically pivots on a base and reports its angle and direction to the device it is controlling. So the example of input device, that is joystick. Now going to the second option, that is direct data entry, and direct data entry basically matches with which options? Which options? Do you know? That is direct radio frequency identification. Okay, so here we can see the answer. So option number D is the correct answer. So option number B is the correct answer, because A3B1, do you see in two options, basically B and D, both options is B matches with 1, so that's why I am doing a mistake. So A3, so option number B is the correct answer. So A3, so input devices matches with joystick. B, that is direct data entry matches with radio frequency identification reader, we have already told. And now going to the the third option, that is output device. So what do you mean by a output device? So output device is basically a piece of computer hardware equipment that converts information into physical machine readable form for use with other non computerized equipment. So what is the correct example, DVD or speakers? So output device is basically matches with the option number 4, that is speakers, and here we can see it. Okay, so C4. Now going to the last, that is D2. So D is data backup. So data backup matches with DVD. So we know na DVD. So data backup. So data backup means backup is basically the process of creating copy of the data on your system that you will use for recovery in case of original data is lost. So that's why data backup is the most popular word in nowadays. So that's why that is the basic meaning of data backup, and DVD is one of the most important example of data backup. So I think this is clear. A input devices matches with joystick. Direct data entry matches with radio frequency identification radars. Third option, output devices match with speakers. And the fourth one, data backup match with DVD. So I think question number 14 is clear to everyone. Now going to the last question for today's session, that is assertion reason type question. Okay. So assertion is the aim of education in ancient India was not just the acquisition of knowledge, but preparation for life in this world beyond schooling. And reason is ancient Indian education emphasized complete realization and self liberalization. So, which one is correct, or both are correct? Okay, so assertion and reason. What is the relation between assertion and reason? Assertion, that means A is assertion and R is reason. So there are four options as usual. So number one, A is correct. So assertion is correct, but reason is not correct. Number two, assertion is correct, but reason is not correct. Now going to the third option, both assertion and reason are correct. Our reason is correct explanation of A or assertion. And now move on to the fourth option, both assertion and reason are correct and R is not correct explanation of assertion. So the correct answer, that is option number C. Both assertion and reason are correct. So assertion is the aim of when the assertion and reason is correct. Both are correct. So that is the relationship that is called, there is a relationship between assertion and reason. So because we have already told, reason is uh, basically we have already told, sorry, reason is correct explanation of assertion. So now going to the assertion thing. So the aim of education in ancient India was not just the acquisition of knowledge, but preparation for, sorry, the preparation for life in this world beyond schooling, because ancient Indian education emphasized complete realization and self liberalization. The both factors are very, very important for ancient Indian education, and that's why the in ancient education system, the education was not just acquisition of knowledge, but it helps to prepare ours for life in this world beyond schooling system. So that's why assertion and reason both are correct, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. So I think this is clear, and here we can see option number C is the correct answer. Okay. So, learner, we are done for the today's session. I hope this session will be very, very useful to you. If you like my session, do not forget to like, share, and comment. Please do some support and subscribe my channel for getting more useful sessions. I will come again with a new session. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you to all of you. Keep commenting. Happy learning.